Hi everybody, welcome back to my stage 4 journey. It's Monday and still not feeling real well. I went ahead and called the doctor today and he put in for some blood tests and also some x-rays, chest x-rays, because I've been having trouble with the breathing. I just get wore out when I get walking across the room or just get up to do anything. I've just been feeling really bad. So I called the doctor this morning and so I went and had the testing done, and I already got the results. The chest x-ray came back good. They are not seeing anything at all on the chest x-rays, which is awesome. I mean, I was really concerned about that, but in doing so, the blood work, it comes to find out that I have a bacteria infection. I have it's actually a crazy situation. It's been going on for years, and I've been fighting with my family doctor over it for years. I been getting these little pimple-like sores on my neck and face, and my family doctor has been telling me, oh, for 10 years that it's just an infected hair follicle from me shaving, and they don't heal. And he goes on there and he cuts them off, and I've had several of these things cut off of my face over 10 years, and I've been trying to tell him I didn't think that's what it was for years and years and years. Well, blood work showed today that I have a staph infection. So my oncologist has agreed, and you know, it's been getting worse over the years that these sores come out, that I get feeling really bad. And that's exactly what happened. Is I've been feeling bad for going on a week, and all of a sudden, bang, here comes one of these sores. And so that's what I got going on. It's just crazy that it's, you know, it took an oncologist to figure that out. So he has put in for me to get a Z-Pack and get started on that right away. And he's also ordered some antibiotic cream that said to put on that sore, and he said in 3 days that sore will be gone. It's supposed to be some pretty powerful stuff, but it's just crazy that it takes my oncologist to figure that out. And I've been trying to tell my family doctor I think it was something different than just an infected hair follicle going on for years. But yeah, so that's where we're at. And like I said, I'm still feeling really, really bad. And I just don't have the energy. So hopefully in a couple of days after taking this antibiotic that I will get feeling better. But I actually just feel better getting some answers. And I know there are a lot of people out there probably like that, is just trying to figure out, once you get an answer to something, it's just you start feeling better right away. But yeah, so that's where we're at. And I'm down here at my shop. You know, I've got this tractor that I usually keep at the house, and it's been leaking hydraulic fluid for a while, and now it's really starting to leak really bad. I'm going to turn the camera around. It's really leaking bad. It's coming out one of the hoses, and you can see it dripping there. So I got that to fix, and it also drips out underneath. It also drips out underneath the hydraulic drain pan plug, and I've tried putting new washers and stuff on there, and it's still dripping out of there. And I was going to take it to the dealership because I wasn't feeling well, but you know, I got the room and I got the tools to do it, so I'm going to try to fix it again. And of course I was watching some YouTube videos and came up with some ways of fixing the drain pan plug, and so I'm going to try that, and I think I'll be able to find which hose is leaking, because it's leaking pretty bad. But it's going to be a job and a half for me. Not feeling real well, but I have the time, I got the tools, I'm going to fix it. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you that. So I'm going to set you up, and I already started unhooking the chains and stuff off of it, but I'm going to set you guys up and show you that. So here we go. So yeah, Okay, so we got it inside here. I'm just going to show you. See if I can get down here. That's how much is leaked out of it just since I brought it in here. It's going to be in one of these hoses in here, and I've already replaced one. And with the amount of fluid that's coming out of there, I think I won't have any trouble finding which one's broke or leaking. So first thing I have to do is I have to get rid of this. I have to take this off. So I got to take this bolt out here and drive that pin out and move that cylinder up so I can get rid of that. So that's what we're going to do here first. I'm going to use one of my impact sockets to drive that out of there. Okay. This is just a blunt end punch. Okay, that's where we need it. Now I can move that cylinder out of the way. All right. Now I can move this hose sleeve out of the way. Maybe. Okay. Now, to figure out which one is leaking, I'm gonna get a rag. So now we just start weaning them out. Okay. Now we just try to figure out which one it is. Wipe it off. See if I can keep them isolated, and that'll help figure out which one it is. All right, I'm gonna turn the tractor back on and see if I can see anything squirting out. It's this one. This one. I'll make sure. Yep, it's that one. There it is. Yep, you can see it dripping out there now. Yep. That's definitely the one. This one right here. Alright. Alright. So that one is alright. That one is the one that's running up to here. Okay. So I've got to take this one off and fish it through. I'm going to have to maybe guys up a little bit. Okay. So I've got to take it off of here and then fish it out, and I'll have to take this panel off and get behind that. Okay. All right, so I found that. That ain't it. Oh, that's irritating. Half the stuff is metric, half of it ain't. Okay. Okay, so I'm hoping it's gonna be one of these over here. This is gonna be fun. Hopefully it's on the outside. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna get lucky on that. Okay. So it's going to be, I don't know if you guys can see, it's going to be this one here. So I might be able to get my line wrench on that and get that one off. That last one I did was in here, and I had to take all these off to get to it. I may end up having to take this one, but I'm going to try it without it, and that's going to be a bigger wrench. Let me see what size that's going to be. Okay, so that wrench is not going to fit on there. Just to take that one off. Now they may make a special tool just for that, but I'm going to have to take this one off. Okay, I needed to move that one just to get that out of the way so I could get to this one. I can just keep it out of my way. I might have to go with a different wrench. Okay. All right, now I can fish that up through there. All right. Whew. So that done plumb wore me out. All right, so I got that off of there. I'm gonna take it and get one made up tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. He wants to see me, even though he knows what's going on, but he wants to see that sore on my neck. And yeah, so I'll drop this off on the way up to the doctor's office, and they should have it ready for me on the way back. And I can get this put back together and then tackle that drain pan plug. So I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, have a good night. Bye. Hi everybody, I'm back. It's actually been 2 days since I was last here at the shop, and I went to get the hydraulic hose made for the backhoe, and nobody had a fitting for the end of it, so I had to order the hose from Kubota. So I had to go to the dealership over in Maryland and get the hose for that, and it took a couple days for it to get here. So which didn't bother me one bit, because like I said, I haven't been feeling real good, but I am feeling a little better. I think the antibiotics is kicking in and it's getting rid of that stuff out of my blood, and I am feeling a little better today. So they called and said the hose was here, so I'm gonna head over and pick that up. So I got that, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that hose back on, but first I'm going to drain the oil out of the hydraulic tank, which is also the transmission, because it's a hydrostatic, and I'm going to see if I can get that leak to stop, It's in the drain plug. I've tried so far putting a new washer on it. It still leaks. So then I went and got a new plug and a new washer, and it's still leaking. And so I watched a couple videos on YouTube, and got a couple different ideas of what to do to try to stop this leak. And I'm actually going to try doing 2 of the ideas together just to be sure that I get it to quit leaking, because it's a pain in the butt. Every time I use the tractor, I got to usually have to add some hydraulic oil to it, and you'll see here in a little bit why I don't like to have to add oil to this thing, because you got to have 3 hands to do it. So I guess we're going to start off, and I'm going to go down here and drain the hydraulic fluid out, and do that plug first. That way I can go ahead and put the hose on while I'm going to put some of this sealant on it. I'm going to put some of this adhesive sealant on that plug, and I'm also going to put some Teflon tape around the threads. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that first. That way, while I am doing the hose, the Permatex stuff can set up and dry before I add any fluid to it. So that's what we're going to do now. So I will show you down here what is going on. Get this out of the way here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not, but yeah, it's pretty dark down there. It's I'm going to push this out and see if I can show you. It's that drain plug right there, and all the oil that was just from a couple days sitting. So I am going to take that plug out, clean it up, let the fluid drain, and then I'm going to add that thread tape to it and some of that Permatex, and hopefully that will work. So I'll set you up down here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see much of this or not. So I got that out. I'm going to let that drain. And I'll show you what this drain plug looks like. Okay. So here's the plug, and it's got this little plastic washer on it. And it just doesn't seem to be sealing. And I can see there's a little piece that's broken off of that. So there must be a sharp edge down there that is catching on. So after that's all drained out, I'll go down there and look and see if there's a burr or something on there. But in the meantime, I'm going to clean this off real good, and I'm going to add some of this Teflon tape. And you want to wind the Teflon tape up so when you put the bolt, when you screw the bolt on, that the tape is wound the same way as you're twisting the bolt. I think that's right. And I'm going to add a bunch of it. Okay, I think that's going to be enough there. I'm going to pull that excess off. I don't need that to get in this system. Okay, and then I've got another new washer to put on there, so I'm going to put it on. I know you guys probably can't see it, but it's just got a little bit of a lip on both sides. Okay, when I get ready to put this plug back in, I'm going to put a little bit around that. I'm going to put a little bit around that, and we are going to try to get that to seal. So I'm going to let that drain out for a minute until it's all nice and cleaned out, and then I'm going to put that plug back in. So I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, well that's still dripping out of there, and I want to make sure it is completely dry of all oil before I put that plug in there so that silicone can work. So I'm going to go ahead and put this hose on and let that drip, and yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now. We're going to get this hose put on. This is what the hose I just got, and we'll get her on there. Okay, so first I gotta fish it down through all those other ones. Somebody going down through there. I'm gonna put all these back where they belong. So it's not so tight. That thing's soaked with oil, but I think it'll be all right. All right. So I'm gonna have to spin it. Maybe. Okay. Because that's gonna go on there like that. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in place. Keep that straight as can be. I don't want that to get too far out of line there. Okay. And then I can put this one back on. Okay. All right. So now I can run it up through. I'm gonna say this hose is a lot stiffer than what was on there, but okay. So bring it out of there. And then on up here. Okay, so that's tight. So now I got to put, sorry to keep moving you guys all around here. Now I'm going to have to put this pin back in, but first I'm going to want to get this hose sleeve down and cover up all that. I'm not going to be able to put that pin in until I can start it up, because I've got to bring that out, and I can't start it up right now because it don't have no oil in it. But I can at least get it ready. I'd like to get that down there a little further. They don't give you much room, and they got all those hoses running through that little spot there, and there's no way they're just in there rubbing together. I just don't think it's a very good design there, but who am I? Okay, so I'm going to leave this plate off to make sure it's not leaking. So now I'm just going to wait on the oil to quit draining, quit dripping. It's just a real slow drip. Hopefully by now it's done. Once that's dried up and I can get that cleaned up, I'll put that drain plug back in and fill it up with fluid. And I'll show you where that fluid's going and why it's such a pain in the butt. So hang in there and I will be right back. Okay, well I think it's quit dripping enough for me to get this plug back in. I need to get that plug in and let it sit up for about a half hour or so before I add the oil. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here we go. I'm going to just put just a little bit of this clear. I'm going to pull that washer off. And I'm just going to put just a little bit around the bottom. And I'm sure somebody else has a better way of doing this. If somebody wants to tell me the correct way, I would love to hear it. Alright, so I'm going to set that washer down on that, and I'm going to put a little bit on this side of the washer. Okay, and I don't think it's going to take much, but yeah, there that is. So I'm going to climb back under there. I'm not going to take you down there, but I'm going to climb down there and get this in. Okay. All right, so I think I got that done. I didn't draw it like really tight. I just snugged it up. So now I'm gonna let that sit for about 30 minutes and set up before I put some oil in there. It says it's cured in an hour, but I'm gonna give it 30 minutes before I add any fluid to it. So I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. Okay, well it's been over a half hour, and I checked it down there. It's still tacky, so I think I'm just gonna let it go overnight, and I'll come back tomorrow and finish it up because I'm not in a hurry, and I'm tired. I gotta go home and fix dinner. Cheryl is teaching class tonight, so she won't be home, or she won't be done class. She's teaching it from home. Over the computer, but she won't be done till about 7:30, and that'll give me plenty of time to get home and get dinner done. I think I'm going to make spaghetti tonight for dinner, so I'll have that done and ready for her when she gets home. And then tomorrow, which will be Friday, I will come back down and finish filling it up with oil and put the pin in the backhoe. I got to put the pin in the backhoe, put that plate back on, and then hopefully we'll be good to go. I was hoping to have the oil in it so I could put a piece of cardboard under it tonight to see if it works, but I'm done. I went ahead and I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I was down to about one light bulb per light, and it was just so noisy. I'm sure you probably heard it. Them things are just humming like crazy. So I got all the bulbs replaced, and it's a lot brighter in here. I should have done it a long time ago, but I used up every bulb that I had, so I'm gonna have to get another box of bulbs here soon. But I went ahead and did that while I was waiting on that Permatex to set up. But like I said, I'm just gonna not chance it. I'm gonna let it go until tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow, and we'll finish it up, and we will see you then. So see you tomorrow. Okay, hey everybody, it's Friday. I came back. It's in the afternoon, and we're gonna try to get this tractor going today. So all I got to do today is fill it up with fluid, and fill it up with fluid, and then put that cylinder back in place, and put that pin in there, and put that plate back on there, and hopefully it'll be done. So okay, I'm gonna get you set up here, and we're gonna start by putting the fluid back in, and that's a pain in the butt. I was telling you guys about that. I'll show you. Let me turn this light on. It might be hard for you guys to see there, but you see that little red lid? That's where the oil goes, and it's underneath all that other stuff, and it is just a pain in the butt to get to. So that's why I don't like messing with this thing. It's just a pain in the butt. So, but that's what we got to do. So I will I'll get you guys set up here on the tripod, and we'll get to putting some oil in this thing. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna start trying to get that lid off of there without screwing my hands up real bad. All right, so I got this funnel here. It's got a hose on the end of it. It goes down in there. And turn that around. I'll put that zip tie on there to hold that. All right. Now this thing holds 3 gallons of this special UDT universal trans hydraulic fluid, and you used to only be able to get it at Kubota, but now you can get it at Napa now. But the price come way down once somebody else started making it, but so it's not real bad. But I only had 2 full gallons here new, and it takes almost 3. And so the oil that was in it is only about 2 hours worth of runtime on it. So I dumped a gallon into this empty jug I had, and we're just going to put it back in there. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Like I said, it only had a couple hours on it, so I'm going to reuse it. And you just got to pour it in real slow, and it takes forever. And you end up spilling it all over the place. It just takes forever. You know, as I've said in a lot of my other how-to videos, I'm not showing you guys how to do something. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. And I'm sure there's a lot better ways of going about doing this. But I'm just doing it with what I got and the knowledge that I have, and most of that knowledge I get comes from watching YouTube videos. I will say that I'm feeling a lot better today. I think those antibiotics have really kicked in. Of course, I'm still dealing with the fatigue. That's probably my biggest complaint with this whole thing, is the fatigue. And that drives me up the wall, because I'm usually such a busy person and going. And I just, these last couple of years has just been irritating. But my wife keeps reminding me that it's all worth it. We'll get through this. All right, so that's just 1 gallon, and like I said, it takes 3. So I don't think I'm going to make you guys sit here and watch me pour 3 gallons of oil in that thing. And yeah, I don't think there's any use in that. So I'm going to shut you guys off here, and I'll finish filling that oil up, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, well, I got almost 3 gallons in it. The book says it calls for 2.7 in the reservoir, but by the time all the hoses get filled up with oil and everything, it takes almost 3 gallons. So I unhooked 2 hoses, which drained out. So I put in just under 3 gallons, and I'm gonna stop at that, take this out, and put the lid back on and start it up and let it run through the system, and then I'll shut it off and check it. This is the hardest thing, just getting this lid back on. It's a pain in the butt. It wants to like go crooked all the time. And if you don't have it on there just right, it just doesn't go on. There it goes. And you got to put it on before you start up, or it will shoot out of there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start this bad boy up, and we'll see if anything's leaking out of any of those hoses. Get that pin back in there. Okay, it might go. I'm going to back you up a little bit. There it is. All right, now let's hope this screw lines up. It doesn't. So now I can put that plate on. I don't see any oil coming from anywhere, which is good. I don't see anything dripping underneath, which is good. So, just need to put this plate back on. All right. Okey-doke. All right. So now I just need to check the fluid level. Down here. It's low, so I'm going to pour the rest of that gallon jug in there because it's just on the bottom of the dipstick. All right. I haven't checked underneath here to see if that's any fresh drips under there. And I don't see any. So that's a good sign. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit for a couple minutes, 5 minutes or something. Let that oil settle, and I'll check the level again, and then I'm going to hook the trailer up to the truck and get this thing loaded. And I will see you guys in a little bit, and I'll go over some things and have some final thoughts. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay, well, I decided not to even bother with taking it home yet today. I'm just gonna let it sit here over the weekend, and I put a piece of cardboard under there to see if anything drips out from that drain plug. So far it looked pretty good. At first it looked like there might have been a drop getting ready to drip off there, but I don't think it was. I don't know what it could have been, but anyhow, I got my fingers crossed on that because I'm tired of messing with that. I got to drain the oil out completely every time I try to fix that drain plug, and it's getting old. The tractor is an '04. We bought it new when we first moved in the house up there on the mountain, and got it for the backhoe part for digging drainage ditches and trying to get some of the water to run off up there, and it's come in real handy. Of course, we use it for a lot more than just that. So It's just nice to have that thing around. It comes in real handy, but I'm sure most people working on something like that, doing what I just did, they probably get that all done in one day. And usually under normal circumstances, I would be able to get it done in one day, but I just don't have it in me. And if you all just come over here to watch the fix on the hose and the drain plug pan and hasn't seen anything on my channel, I welcome you. It's not, I don't always work on just the tractor and stuff. I just basically here showing my day-to-day life. Living with stage 4 cancer. I have stage 4 kidney cancer, and I'm on immunotherapy drug called Opdivo. It's fairly new to me. I've only been on it for about 4 months, and it's pretty rough on me here these past 4 months. But yeah, that's what's going on with me, you know, and that's for the new people that just coming over to see that fix. And like I said, I am not a tractor mechanic by any means. I'm just learning this stuff on YouTube, just watching YouTube videos, and yeah, learning how to do stuff by watching those videos. And hopefully with me doing it, it may help somebody else out figure out what they need to do to fix their problems. And also my main reason why I'm here is just to show what I go through on a day-to-day basis, and how life is, and how rough it can be dealing with cancer. And also, you know, just show people that there's hope, that we do have hope, and one day we will figure this out and beat this thing. And yeah, it's not fun, but it's well worth it. You learn to love life and appreciate life more, and the people around you more when you're dealing with something like this. And it's yeah, like I said, it's not easy. But it's definitely worth the fight, you know. But anyhow, I don't want to get into that real deep today. But I do thank you all for coming over and watching my videos. And if this is your first time coming, I suggest you go back on my channel and check out my other videos. There's some other how-to videos of me fixing some other stuff. Not just tractors, but there's some other videos that I put out on fixing some other stuff, and doing some artwork, and it's just my day-to-day life. So I hope you all go over and subscribe for me, and if you're already subscribed, I would really appreciate if you give me a like on the video. That really helps the channel out a lot, just getting people to like the videos. If you don't have a YouTube account, it's real easy. If you have a Google account, which most people have Google email, YouTube is owned by Google, so all you have to do is put in your Google email, and you're in YouTube, and you have your own account, so you can subscribe and you can like. And another way of helping the channel out is just leaving me a comment. I do appreciate people going on Facebook and leaving comments, but it would really help me out a lot if you made those comments on my YouTube channel, on the videos there. It would really help that out. I set my goal for 1,000 subscribers. I'm just under 200 right now, in about almost 2 months of doing this. And I appreciate everybody coming over and subscribing, but like I said, my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I would love to hit 4,000 watch hours in a year. And I think I'm at around 550 watch hours right now. So yeah, the more you watch, if you get bored and you don't want to watch the video anymore, just let it play through. Help me get that watch time. Just hit play, and if you need to sit it down and walk away, I understand. But yeah, it really helped me out, and I really do appreciate all the help and the support that I get from everybody. I'm getting support from all over the world. It's pretty amazing seeing these comments coming from all over the world. This problem exists all over the world, and it's the true pandemic, and we really need to do something about it. And it's a big money. I don't need to get into that right now, but I have hope that one day that there will be a cure for cancer, and the cancer patients no longer have to be tortured by the medicines that we have. And it's just crazy what we have to go through. But okay, with all that said, I'm blabbering on. I don't need to get into all that. But like I said, I appreciate y'all coming over and going along on my journey. And I look forward to seeing you next time here on my Stage 4 journey. So we will see you then. All right, bye.